Hello, everyone. It's time for the second vote. I'm in Seville. I'm in a backpackers hostel. Hang on. Here are some backpackers hosteling. So I have to be a bit quiet. Someone told me that I had to get a map because that would help make the decision. So here's a map. There you are. I'll show you a bit of that in a second. But first, I thought you might want to see me in my sunglasses. Wait a minute. This is me with my sunglasses. This is me with them off. And this is me with them on my head. So you let me know which is best. But that's not what you're voting on. You're voting on my next route. So here's a map. Bye. And I am going to do a match of the day type zoom in here. Wait for it. In Seville. Whee! Which is there. And I walked from, zoom out, here to Cadiz to there. And now, eventually I want to get to the big fella here, Madrid, and I can sort of take one of two routes. I can either, there's two regions, there's Extremadura sort of around here, and Castilla-La Mancha around here. Castilla-La Mancha is like Don Quixote country, windmills and junk. Extremadura is a bit more mountainous and home of the conquistadors, I believe, and some fighting monks and stuff. And both are pretty tricky. It's all really like there's nothing. So I could either go from here straight up, following one of the pilgrims paths, which is quite cool because I get to walk with people, which would be quite nice because it gets a bit lonely. But it's hard country. Look at this, zoom in again. Oh, sorry. There's lots of mountains and junk. And then probably go up to Merida here, and then maybe cut across to Castilla-La Mancha, which means I'd be in Don Quixote country a little later, but it would mean that I would have Nick Kershaw's Don Quixote in my head for less time, which is probably quite important. Oh, one moment, caller. The other option is to go from here to Cordoba, probably avoid the mountains and go sort of down that way for a little bit. There's a flower festival, I think that would be about 6 days. It doesn't look like 6 days, it looks like longer, but there's a flower festival. If you like flowers, I don't mind them. And then I would go straight up into Castilla-La Mancha, which means more Don Quixote country, less mountains and scary Extremadura stuff, less pilgrims. So yeah, that's it really. What's the benefits? This way I get to walk with people, maybe do a bit of the pilgrim's path, which would be quite interesting. I might meet God, that might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. Or this way I get to go to another city, see some flowers, but I probably have Don Quixote in my head for around about, I don't know, 5 weeks. I'm not sure if I can manage that. So that's your choice. What am I going to call it? Extremadura. No, what am I going to call it? Yeah, Extremadura or Cordoba. You have 2 days.